play with M and you coach with Phil and work with Kobe. What's the difference between those two, in your opinion?
Right hand.
Why?
Well, Kobe would be going to the line to shoot 2. MJ was going to shoot and 1.
Mm-hmm. Kobe. Let's start with something that's been eating at real hoop fans for a minute now. The slow death of the mid-range game. Back then, guys like Kobe, MJ, and T-Mac owned that 15 to 20 foot space. That area was art. Sharp footwork, cold fadeaways, one dribble pull-ups, pure skill on display, not just math. Now analytics run everything. It's either a 3 or a layup, no in between. And here's the wild part. If Kobe was leading a team today playing that exact same style, Twitter would be calling him inefficient or saying he takes bad shots.
I'm not letting people revise history. I'm not letting people come on and talk about Kobe like Kobe wasn't one of the best that not only played, but that came in as a 17-year-old against grown men. Not everybody could be Kobe.
That's where this debate really starts, because once you trash the mid-range game, you're crossing a bigger line. You're disrespecting an entire generation that mastered it. This was never just about numbers. It was timing, rhythm, confidence, and knowing when to strike.
Any championship team that you've watched win a championship, they win the game in the mid-range.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't give a how many threes you shoot.
DeMar doesn't buy into that inefficient talk at all. He knows when the game tightens up, the mid-range still closes games. The sad truth is a lot of younger fans never saw that version of basketball. They think hoops started with Steph pulling from the logo, but real ones know the mid-range wasn't just a shot, it was a weapon. And nobody wielded it better than Kobe Bryant. And if anyone today is still carrying that mid-range torch with pride, it's DeMar DeRozan. He's not just using that shot, he's protecting an art form, one that Kobe passed down.
I had the luxury at 16, 17 years old to work with Kobe.
Yep.
You know, so I had that cheat code to really just sit there and lock in and listen to him and really break down details and small movements and learn how to play in the phone booth and be able to get your shot off. You know what I mean? So I learned that early on.
I'm not letting people revise history. I'm not letting people come on and talk about Kobe like Kobe wasn't one of the best that not only played, but that came in as a 17-year-old against grown men. And by the time this man was 22 years old, he had a few championships and he was busting the best of the best ass. If y'all don't knock that shit off, I'm talking to y'all at home, the fucking media talking heads, the ones that casually throw names around like, bro, if you don't knock it off, you weren't like that. It's okay. Not everybody could be Kobe. Not everybody could wear those size, you know what I mean, size shoes that he had. Yeah, I'm not going down into detail about this because what's said on the internet and the digital space is said. It's the internet. But when it comes to real respect and real recognizing real, this man, Kobe Bean Bryant, is immortalized not just because of his basketball. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, this man, he is way bigger because of the character, because of what we witnessed him go through. We didn't care if we didn't care about certain failures. The real Kobe fans didn't care about the failures. They didn't care about the naysayers. The real Kobe fans, the real Mamba fans that I'm talking to didn't care about who he was competing with. We know who fucked with Kobe and who didn't. I know who fucked with Kobe and who didn't. I'm not going to say I knew Kobe the best at all. I won't say that. You know, I'm not going to disrespect all his relationships. I'm not going to do that. But what I will say is put respect. Put respect where it's due, y'all. We know who Kobe fucked with.
Shaq recently downplayed Kobe again, saying he only thrived because defenders were locked in on him, and claiming he could have won even more rings with T-Mac or Steph. That's not just confidence, that's straight shade. But not everyone stayed quiet. Kyrie Irving saw the disrespect piling up from the media, the rankings, even from other legends. And he wasn't having it. He reminded everyone who Kobe really was.
Ask us hoopers who played against Kobe, we talking, all of us gonna talk top three. Like, we all gonna talk top three if you played against Mamba. But from someone's opinion that's never played against Kobe, has never played a game of basketball at the level that we played at, having him at 11,
Okay.
why am I up in arms about something like that? I remember when Kobe was alive. They had rankings when he played in the league and they had him low. I remember one year and Kobe addressed it. Like, who is these idiots? Like, why would I listen to these idiots? And I'm not calling the person who did this an idiot, but what I'm saying is when someone does something like that, Kobe was like, this is idiotic to me.
Kobe came into the league at just 17, going head-to-head with grown men, and by 22, he already had multiple championships. That's not hype, that's facts. And it wasn't just Kyrie. D-Wade, a Hall of Famer who actually battled Kobe, felt the same way. Ranking Kobe at number 11 wasn't just off, or it was disrespectful. Guys who faced him know the truth, because you can't fake what happens on the court. Kyrie made it clear this wasn't just about rankings. This was about recognizing what Kobe meant to the game, to the culture, and to millions of people worldwide.
Like you had MJ, who would be that mentee for you?
Yeah, I have a few of them. Kyrie certainly. I mean, I remember sitting on the couch at home after Cleveland came back from that 3-1 deficit and beat Golden State. And then my phone rings and it's FaceTime call. And I'm like, I hate FaceTime calls. Like, don't FaceTime call me, unless it's my family, right? But it's Kyrie. Like, all right, let me pick it up. I pick it up, and Kyrie's in the locker room celebrating on FaceTime. I'm like, dude, it worked. Your advice worked. You know what I mean? Like, he's completely freaking out. He's like, hey, Gigi. And Gigi's like, hey, congratulations. He's like, oh my God. And like champagne spilling all over the place. So I was really, really proud of him. But so I'd say Kyrie's probably the one I'm closest.
He wasn't just defending Kobe's skill. He was defending his grind, his mindset, and his legacy. And that's why Kyrie took it personal. For Kobe, Kyrie wasn't just another rising star. He was family. Kyrie even said real fans never turned on Kobe. We didn't disappear during the tough times. We knew who he was, and we saw who only showed love later.
Bill calls me up to his office and says, Kobe, okay, I need you to dial it back. I'm like, why? Like, we're winning. I don't understand. It's because our goal is to win a championship. And we can get through the Western Conference with you playing this way. But in the East, we can dominate them inside with Shaq in the post. But if you continue to do this, we'll lose Shaq. We'll lose him.
His motivation, his excitement.
What triggers him, right? So I need you to pull back so we can pull Shaq forward for June.
Wow.
And I just looked at him like, man, this is one smart dude.
Wow, that's
yeah,
really smart.
Yeah, that's one smart dude, man.
The message was loud, so put some respect on Kobe's name. Stop the lazy comparisons. Stop the slick disrespect. Just tell the truth. Kobe was different. Now let's talk about rings, because this is always where the arguments go. How many rings did he win? That's the first thing people throw out when they want to crown a GOAT. But here's the real truth. Rings don't tell the full story. Robert Horry has 7 rings, more than Kobe, Shaq, or LeBron. But nobody is calling him the GOAT. Why? Because winning alone isn't the point. It's how you win, who you carried, and when you showed up under pressure. Kobe won 5 rings, and he didn't sit back for any of them.
They challenge that. What makes Kobe special in players' mind, in a player's mind himself? We don't go by your stats. We don't go by the accolades. We go by how the person played, what was his attributes, right? So when you think about the greatest players of all time, 90, 80% of them have God gift, natural talent, ability, body. Jordan, 48-inch vertical. You got the big hand. You got LeBron, Shaquille O'Neal, and Magic 6'9" point guard with vision. Kobe, standard. If I give you every 6'6" guard in the NBA and NBA history, you would never find him. You would never find Kobe because he didn't have big hands. He wasn't quick. He wasn't fast. 38-inch vertical, that's standard. And what he did with that body, it's like you took a S500 and he was pushing it like a Bugatti. That's what we look at. We look at the normal person fighting gods.
He put his body on the line, played through injuries, tight games, and brutal nights when everything was on his shoulders. When it mattered most, he showed up. And it wasn't just about clutch shots or that killer look. Kobe made real sacrifices for his team. People forget the pressure after Shaq left. No safety net, no excuses, and Kobe still delivered. So, before you throw ring counts around like they end the debate, remember this. Context matters. Leadership matters. Legacy goes deeper than a number. That's the difference between how fans rank players and how real hoopers do it. Gilbert Arenas said it best. Kobe wasn't handed anything. He built everything from the ground up. That grind, that mindset, that's rare greatness. There's another pattern nobody likes talking about. Veterans constantly throwing shade at younger players. Instead of guidance, the new generation gets mocked. Different style, different path. And somehow that turns into disrespect. Shaq didn't just go at rivals. He made a habit of clowning younger stars. Dwight Howard caught it the worst, year after year, on podcasts and interviews. Meanwhile, Kobe did the opposite. He embraced the next wave, working with Tatum, supporting Giannis, backing Devin Booker. So let's cut the lazy comparisons. Start respecting every player's journey, because real greatness isn't copying someone else. It's writing your own legacy.